Step 9 is around the education of your employees. It's great to have these systems in place, but really making sure the employees understand why they're in place, why these policies make sense, and that understand the costs involved, because sometimes there may be situations where employees do not realize that they are essentially conducting business in an expensive way. So, for example, things like making international calls for mobile phones is one where it's typically very very expensive, but not all employees may be aware of that as a challenge. In addition, when you use conference bridge based upon a conference call, clearly phones can handle three-way calls now quite readily without having to pay for a more expensive bridge. So the idea here is, again, to share with the employees and staff why we have these policies in place, communicate out to them that these are being monitored right now, and try to focus on ways where it might be usage of services that might spike and cause you to pass thresholds that kick into additional costs that are not planned. The last step here is really kind of a wrap-up step, which is an ongoing review. Consumption management is a strategy that continues going forward. It's the type of thing that you need to revisit and check your policies and optimize your policies going forward. So it really is the opportunity for you to look at a lot of the questions we talked about earlier on, and also track your success and take credit that we have had significant savings or addressed significant issues during this overall process. So in summary, hopefully we've communicated successfully to you that managing variable costs can have a large impact on bottom line performance. And really the foundation here is that telecom expense management can help you provide a platform of technology that helps contain uncontrolled usage. And it's important as well to continually evaluate this usage against the policies you have in place and look at things like cost versus productivity gains as decision points for investing in new technologies. As part of MBG's relationship with prospects that we have, we often offer a trial to our clients. It allows them to get 2 months of billing data from a single carrier loaded into the MBG platform, and allows you to focus on understanding maybe there's some capabilities that could be of interest that you don't have today, allowing you to show examples of drilling down to the detail behind your expenses and getting very specific pre-packaged reports that will draw your attention to unique ideas that might be hidden inside your data. It really gets you a chance to see the richest form of electronic data and taking advantage of it. And we at MBG feel we're the only companies offering this as a standard practice to our prospects. So next steps, where do you go from here? We'd invite you to arrange a personalized demo with members of our team and have a further discussion. That InFocus offer, which we talked about earlier, is a great way for you to get access to our application and be able to take some advantage of TEM at our expense as part of the evaluation process for additional services potentially down the road. We have a benchmark assessment at the MBG website, which allows you to have a mini review of your current contracts at no cost. So the survey is at our website, which is www.mbg-inc.com. Next is, as you start to prepare, whether it's with MBG or with another service provider, we strongly recommend you start the steps of getting documentation in place to access your electronic data if you're using largely paper data today, paper invoices today. So start that process, because I think that's going to be the success eventually down the road for many organizations. Finally, is we provide some research on both the MBG website as well as websites like AOTMP and Gartner. So here's an example of a couple of industry reports that are helpful that you can find on the MBG website. So finally, in closing, I want to provide some contact details. Here is our website, www.mbg-inc.com. If you want information on the InFocus trial email, our email address is info@mbg-inc.com, or you can call us directly the old-fashioned way at 1-800-MBG-3888. And we'd be happy to discuss this opportunity with you some more. So again, thank you for your time today. Hopefully you found this webcast helpful, and look forward to speaking to you again in the future.